What's up, everyone? We are back for some more Marvel Rivals gameplay. Going to be playing as one of the two new heroes added in this Season 1 of Marvel Rivals, Invisible Woman, Susan Storm. And we are going to be playing some competitive here. I got a bit of a late start to competitive last season, but I was still able to grind into Grandmaster right at the very end, so we're going to see how far we can make it this season. Hopefully get at least to that point again, if not a little bit farther, but we are going to be trying it out with Invisible Woman. And in the past, I do play mainly strategist and ranked. I do flex to like all roles, but I'm probably the most comfortable with strategist, and I'd say Luna Snow is probably the one I'm the best with, but I can definitely play Cloak and Dagger and Mantis as well if needed. And we're here, I think we're only in Plat 3 or Plat 2 when this game happened, so not in the Diamond yet, so no bans. So I could have played them if I wanted, but I have been experimenting with Sue in ranked as well. And I'm curious to hear what your guys' thoughts are, because my opinions have definitely flip-flopped a lot on her. When I first saw some of the gameplay they were showing off, some of the people that had early access, I was watching them test her out in kind of just the practice range. She seemed crazy strong. Like, you could see her bouncing bullets would do a lot of damage if you hit someone up close. It seemed like she could do a lot of healing. Ult has a crazy heal, and then just she has like so many abilities. She has her double jump to cloak herself. She has the push her pull ability, the shield that also does healing, and then also a little gravity vortex that does damage as well. It just seems like there's so much going on with this character. How can they not be really good? And then I played her for a few games, and I was like, okay, I think this character might be bad. It's really hard to hit the boomerang of your regular shots for both the heal and the damage. You really have to be good with your aim. You have to judge the distance, maybe aim closer to people's feet so it bounces earlier without going the full distance. And also, it's kind of hard to keep track of all her abilities. The cloak doesn't seem really that useful. The invisibility, I probably shouldn't say cloak because there's a character named Cloak, but you know what I mean from that. It doesn't seem all that useful because it takes a while to kick in. If you do the double jump, you can't act. So there's a lot going on. But now after that, as I kind of started to get a better hang of the character, I think she is pretty good. I think, and probably not crazy busted. I think, you know, the likes of Luna Snow, Mantis, and even Loki are probably still going to be better than her. But we'll see. You know, it's still early on. There's a lot to learn with this character. And I do think that it's really nice how she really does have a lot of complexity to her kit. She can kind of mix between survivability, mainly for herself, but she is good at saving her allies as well. And then also she can dish out some damage and kind of do a bit of burst by combining all of her stuff together. And you saw there, that is one of the common mistakes that I should be not doing anymore, but it still happens occasionally, where when you trigger the double jump to activate your invisibility to get yourself out of a tricky situation, if you're kind of just holding down your shoot button, because that's what you were already doing, you're trying to heal people, deal damage, you're going to instantly cancel your invisibility, and that kind of sucks, because then you really have no mobility, and if your other strategist is dead, and you're probably not going to have any healing, and you're going to go down after that. So that's something I do try to be better with, but still occasionally make that mistake. So we got this Black Panther dodging me. That could have been another situation, but all my cooldowns are down. But yeah, that double jump is really nice. I like to just use it if you can to get like to a high ground position. Really just get out of whatever line of fire you were in. And then probably not stay invisible for too long, because you can't do anything else, even though you are getting a little bit of passive healing. So once you get out of the way of people attacking you, that's when I usually just like to start using my abilities again and the invisibility. But right there, I got slipped up a little bit. There's a Captain America on each team, and I didn't realize the American flag on the ground was not a friendly one, and didn't get the extra health from that and ended up going down. We do have all of our abilities available right now, though, so we should be able to finally make a push here, but Cloak and Dagger gets picked pretty early. Wasn't able to save any of my teammates but the Storm right there. And we're going to see if we can really make anything happen. Probably just best to wait at this point. Captain America's not going to do anything to Storm, and he don't want to dive me. But we have our Captain America over there, and there's the friendly Captain America ult. Now I might be able to push with this. And I have used my ult once. It is very good, like I said, the fact that it makes your whole team invisible, and also it gives a ton of healing. It's basically, I don't know the exact numbers, but it functions pretty similar to a Luna Snow ult or a Mantis ult for the amount of healing it does. And I think it lasts just as long as the Mantis ult, 8 seconds, so not quite as long as Luna Snow ult, but still pretty good. The biggest downside I'd say to it, though, is that unlike Luna Snow and Mantis, who I'm going to be comparing her to a lot because I consider those two probably still the best two strategists, you can't really advance with it much. I mean, you can put it ahead of where you are and then walk into it, but there's a limit to how far you can push up with it. While Luna Snow and Mantis, their ults, since it moves with them, they can really push up as far as they want, and as long as their team chooses to stick with them, it's going to keep working like that. Well, For Sue, you kind of have to pick a spot and stay with it. So you can put it on the objective, kind of nice for domination at least, and put it on the cart in a convoy. But you know, if the cart keeps moving, you're not really going to stay with it, and you can't really push up past the cart. But definitely still a strong ult overall. But I think compared to those two, it is a little bit weaker. But we were able to get some value out of it there. And now they're coming back in with a Captain America ult again. Got a few people low. Dagger's got her bubble down. We see the Black Panther ult. I used my jump to get out of it for a sec. But like I said, not going to wait to get fully healed because my team would be dead by that point. So I do get out of it. And Dagger does heal me up a bit. Have to jump again. Quickly get to the high ground. Magic is no longer focused on me. Still healing up a little bit. We're going to go ahead and start healing Namor. Maybe force this Magic to back up. But their Invisible Woman did put her ult down. And I think a few of our team members have dropped down. We take out the Black Panther though, so now we're a little bit safer to advance. And we're just going to see if we can get this cart around the corner for the second objective. Black Panther is back. Got rezzed by the Rocket Raccoon BRB station, but I've got an ult now, and like I said, put it on the cart. And we're kind of trying to push up the choke. People can dip in and out of the invisibility to get the heal. And we picked up a couple kills. Black Panther's still jumping around. Gonna keep everyone healthy, and then we are finally able to get it over the line. And now we've got to make that long push towards the end, throwing out the shield to give some defense to my vanguards up front. And that, I think, is probably one of the most interesting parts of our kit, the deployable shield. It's kind of hard to use, but it does give an AoE heal to anyone who's near it, and that includes yourself. But you can't put it on yourself, so you have to deploy it on someone else and then get close to where you placed it to get the benefit from that. I can't believe I got hit by that Doctor Strange ult there. I felt like I jumped back far enough, but I guess I was just on the edge. So that's going to stall out our push a bit. Have some late deaths, Cloak and Daggers down. Invisible Woman ult on the point. We're just going to see if we can keep some people alive. But here comes Captain America ult, and they're just kind of chaining all these together. Rocket ult going on in the back as well. People are starting to respawn, but pretty low. My Captain America's just jumping around, seeing if I keep him alive, but there is Black Panther ult on me, takes me out. I think he probably got Namor after that. Cloak's trying to fight him here, though. Actually does get the kill. He dove into what was the remnants of her ult. I don't think he realized that, so he was taking a lot of damage there. And now we're finally starting to make a little bit of progress, but we are running out of time. 30 seconds left. I'm 99% on my ult, so there we go. Got it now. I will have it for what is probably going to be the last push. Got Storm, and both of our vanguards are pushing up far. I do want to help, at the same time I want to make sure this cart is still being pushed, because getting around this corner, if we don't make it all the way to the end, this corner is a tough one to push by. So if we're not going to get full completion of all 3 points, I do want to make sure we're at least around this corner, so when we're on defense, we can try and prevent them from getting around it. And there is Invisible Woman. I put down mine. I actually think I put it forward a little bit too far. It's kind of hard to tell where the overlap is, and both of them are going at the same time, but I am in it now, and I put mine down a little bit later than hers, so I think it's going to give us a bit of advantage. That Groot ult went down, but mine ult was still going. It's got some survivability from that. A lot of people are low. Storm ult going off. I believe that is ours, trying to keep Thor alive. We got the Groot down. Just Captain America right now. Push him back, get him away. Cloak and Dagger ult comes out, and there's really no way they're going to be able to get close to the cart at the end there. And we do actually get all 3 points, so that means as long as we hold the enemy to not getting everything, we will win without going into extra rounds. All right, round 2 here on the defense, and I would say that Invisible Woman is probably a little bit better on the defense, because when you put down your invisible ult healing area, the enemy kind of has to advance through it, and I think it does a little bit of damage when you walk through it. Not a lot. I'm still not entirely sure at playing against it what the best move is, if you want to just stay out of it and let it expire or go into it. I know when like half your team goes into it and half doesn't, that's definitely not the right play, because then your healers can't really see you, and it's a bit hard to keep everyone healthy because you don't even know what health they're at unless they're calling it out. I know that's happened a few times, but so far my instinct has been to stay out of it unless I've also got a ult of my own going on at the same time. Looks like they've had some switch-ups. We've got a Psylocke now. Still have that Magic who died right there. That's a combo that can be pretty strong. Invisible Woman, you throw down the gravity well and then you pull them towards it with your other ability to get a lot of stacking damage on them. And you're probably not going to kill them on your own. I keep calling it gravity well. I don't know the actual name of the ability, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. It actually doesn't do a ton of damage. I think it's like 35 a second and it lasts for 4 seconds, so 140 for the full duration. So you're not really going to kill anyone on their own, but if you keep them in it and like pull them into it while also firing your regular fire, and your teammates are hitting him as well, it can do a lot of damage pretty quickly, so I think it's still a good option to go for that. But they are making some progress here. We've held them off a bit. Spent, I think, yeah, spent my ult first, followed by Cloak and Dagger on the cart right now, and I'm really low, backing up to Namor, hoping he'll protect me. Put my shield on him so I can use that to heal. As he advances forward a bit. But here's the Punisher ult coming out. I have no ult to deal with that. Best I can do is throw a shield on some of my teammates here. Hope that can heal them and maybe block a little bit of damage, but get pushed by Psylocke. For some reason, my Namor was in his bubble, even though he was like full HP. I don't know if that was a misclick or a panic because he thought she was going to ult or something, but he kind of left me to my own devices. And I do go down. Pretty unlikely that he was going to kill her before I died anyways, but maybe he could have gotten revenge and made it a little bit more even. But I think either way, that point was probably going down, so maybe it is best that he kept himself alive. And it looks like he did make it back to us. But Psylocke is back as well. Get her a little bit low there. Very aggressive Invisible Woman ult, but it looks like it was to counter the Storm ult coming in. And I actually don't know. Storm can actually wait quite a while after triggering her ult. So if you hear the call out of her ult and use her ult right away, I don't know how long she can wait. I'm guessing it'll still probably prevent her from really straight up killing anyone, but the tail end of her ult may hit after your ult is over. So it might be best to wait and see where she's going to trigger it. I know since there's been a lot more Storm play going around since the buff, I've been seeing that. And right here we got Psylocke ult going again. I really should have just jumped out of it. You know, there's a tech where Psylocke's ult, I think, isn't allowed to hit someone twice before it's hit everyone in the ult at least once. So if you stack your whole team there, especially like tanks, you can take a lot of the damage before it spreads to the same person multiple times. But as a strategist, I probably shouldn't be as worried about that. I should probably just do my best to get out of the ult and then heal anyone in it. And with that double jump, I can get out of it. And if I don't get out of it, as long as I'm still invisible, her ult will not target you. So definitely could have survived there. Bit of a mistake, but doesn't look like they made too much progress out of it. They are starting to move up now. We're starting to regroup as a team. I think Storm's been getting picked a decent amount. I haven't been doing the best job of healing her, especially because they've been chaining all these duelist ults. But now that we're all grouped up, and right there, yeah, missed one shot, and that was enough for Psylocke to take her out. That was definitely my bad. My Dagger's bad there, but we got the Dark Child coming out. Go ahead and decide to throw down my ult, because I don't know what else is going to follow up on that. We did pick off the Psylocke. She's pretty low. Might be able to get her here. You know, at the very least, we've gotten her to run away. It looks like her ult is going to end. Barely keeping Cloak and Dagger alive. And now we've got Punisher ult come down, and it just feels like non-stop duelist ults coming out, and here's the Vanguard ult. Don't know how that didn't hit me. Cloak and Dagger tried to do the disappear on the whole team there, but they got hit by it and I didn't. So I don't really know what happened. Might have been something with the geometry, but somehow I am spared, and I try invisible away, but I can't stay invisible the whole time or else my Strange is gonna die. So I do decide to reveal myself, give him some heals, and push back the enemy, and he will probably be able to live here. Yeah, he's definitely stabilized now. But they're making some progress. Here comes another cycle. This time, follow my advice I just mentioned, and I do stay out of it. And I'm even able to actually save our Cloak and Dagger for now. Okay, yes, she is still alive. And managed to use that push to finish off the Psylocke. And I haven't talked too much about the push and pull ability. This would be a pretty good point here if they're pushed up very far to push him off the cliff to their death. But I haven't really been looking out for that too much. In general, I just means you get to push people away when they're too close, or pull people in when I've got abilities going on, or team allies are using some stuff that's going to do a lot of damage. But it's actually a bit more precise than you might think. That's something I have to remember when I use it. Sometimes I just kind of think it's going to hit anyone who's on my screen, but it's a little bit narrow. It's not going to be a guaranteed hit, so you do definitely have to aim it. But heard Rocket ult go off, and they've got their Invisible Woman ults. That's both the Strategist ults. Got mine going. It's about to wear off. A little bit of a delay. But you saw our Doctor Strange was in their invisible field. Didn't even realize he was low, so he ended up going down. But their Strange mostly wastes his ult. I don't actually know if he got a single person with that. So we traded a lot of ults. Just losing our Strange isn't too bad. Storm getting picked up at the end there. But our Hulk's going in. He's popping his ult as well. So that's going to at very least buy some time if he doesn't pick him any kills. Psylocke ult again. Go invisible. Unfortunately, this time, though, the rest of the team is not going to live, but maybe we could pick up the Psylocke kill afterwards. She slips away, but does get taken out by Storm, who just spawned up. So, 1 for 2, and her using ult isn't too bad. And now they're going to start pushing again. Now that Hulk ult is over, and he's out of his form, just in Bruce form. Dark Child again, but pick up a pretty early kill on her there, so she's not going to get much out of that. Black Panther is back. They were on that Psylocke. Looks like they switched back to that. Punisher ult too. I'm telling you, non-stop duelist ults. Just going one after another, but we got the Cloak and Dagger ult this time on the cart. Trying to keep people alive. They're going to jump over to my Squirrel Girl, take the benefit of my own shield to get some healing. We do have to go back in. Looks like we're pushing up a little bit around the corner, but that's Black Panther still lurking around. There he is. Whiffs one of his dashes, but he's back on me. Squirrel Girl with the nice root there. And we do get the kill on him, and now my ult is ready to go again if we need it. But I'm super low here. Dagger is focused on the front line. I decided to go invisible, and then I could also just stand by my shield to get some healing. And we are healthy again. Now we've got a little bit of respite in the fight. We're gonna see how many other ults they have yet. There's another rocket ult. Keeping it pretty good though, so I can't push around the corner. I popped my ult just in time for the strange ult to go off. But here comes the Black Panther ult, and they do actually manage to kill Storm through the healing of my ult. But she is the only one that goes down, and there I made the mistake again where I accidentally held down left click as I was jumping and instantly wasted my invisibility. So hopefully the rest of my team, they do get the Black Panther there, and Dagger is up to keep people healthy before I get there. And the clock is running down. 20 seconds left. Another Punisher ult, but I think he's around the corner. Yeah, I don't even see him here. Almost killed our Storm though. Make sure to keep her alive. Still going off though. He gets a couple hits on me before going down though, so shouldn't have to worry about him. No, actually got rezzed by the rocket BRB. And we got the Psylocke going, or the magic going in, and there's the return of the Psylocke. Dashes, kills our Storm, but she's off the cart. And that is gonna be the end. They needed to contest there, but no one was around the cart after we picked up a few kills, focusing too much on the kills. That's be enough to get us to win. 3-2 is the final score. Dr. Strange picking up the MVP, very common. I don't think Strange got any nerfs coming into Season 1, which is kind of surprising since I think most people would agree he is, if not the best Vanguard, definitely second best, I think. I have a hard time seeing anyone argue for him lower than top 2. Some people say Hulk is better. I think that could be true, but I think Hulk is harder to play, so you don't see as much. But not to take anything away from our Strange, of course, for played very well. But yeah, no MVP for me this time. I actually don't think I've gotten any with Invisible Woman yet, so still hoping to see if I can secure one of those. But yeah, that is going to be it for this time, guys. I guess my overall thoughts on Invisible Woman so far would be, I think she's probably middle of the pack strategist, maybe slightly upper middle. Not top tier, in my opinion, but that opinion could change. You know, it's still early on, and there's definitely a lot of complexity to her kit that I could see people capitalizing on and end up being one of the best strategists in the game. But I'm curious to hear your thoughts as well, especially as the season goes on. So hopefully you all enjoyed watching. That's all I've got for now, and I'll see you in the next video.